Carson, after much as you guys have kind of struggled offensively, red zone, kind of feel like you've beaten yourselves. You talked about it last week. To do what you guys did tonight, how proud are you of yourself in this offense?
Yeah, I thought it was huge. Obviously, just first of all, overall, it's a big win for us. NFC East, finally get that conference going. Short week like it was. Cleaned up a handful of mistakes. Obviously, we weren't perfect tonight, but come out early in the first quarter, get points on the board, that first drive right away. That stuff was huge, so it was a big win for us.
With the lead, what changed in terms of the play calling?
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw it. I mean, it's still similar. I think everyone's a more dynamic team when you have the lead. Defense kind of feeds off that. It's always big for us to get up early, and like I've told you guys countless times. I mean, we preach start fast, and tonight we finally did that.
Why do you think you were able to start fast tonight?
I mean, the defense made a heck of a play. The defense made a huge play, put us in great field position. And then Alshon and I just made a play on that third down. O-line held up, and from then it just kind of felt like we were rolling from there.
Last year, it took a little while for you and Alshon, it seemed, to get in sync. That hasn't been an issue this year. Is it just familiarity? What's the difference?
I mean, you could say that. You could say familiarity. I mean, obviously, we still didn't get a huge offseason together. We were both rehabbing and stuff. So I think just last year, just playing games on the field, just getting more comfortable with each other as the year went on. I think that paid huge dividends.
What was Alshon in terms of progression on that first touchdown? Can you kind of take us through that play?
He was actually the first read, but they had him double covered, and they really had everything else covered well. So the O-line did a great job of holding up and down there. I mean, when we're in the red zone, sometimes you just got to improvise, and it's not always the smartest thing to throw back across your body. But when you got a guy like Alshon in the back of the end zone, you can really trust him to make a play.
There was been talk about you holding the ball too long. Obviously, that was 6.5 seconds, and you talked about.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. There's good plays and bad plays that come from it. So sometimes you got to live with it. And tonight we fortunately made some good ones.
As you guys look forward and move forward here, how much confidence can this one win and the things that you did tonight, even though I know you want to be better, but the things that you did, how much can you guys build off this?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Obviously, being 3-3 is a heck of a lot better than being 2-4. Being 1-0 in the division, there's definitely things we can build on. We can kind of use it as momentum now and kind of point to some things that say, hey, this is who we are. Don't forget that, and build from here.
What does it mean to you to have your high-scoring game of the year with some of those young offensive linemen in there finishing the game? Big E and Isaac, see them all.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge for those guys. The nice thing about our O-line is we feel we have depth. We feel like when a tackle goes down, V steps in. When someone else goes down at guard, Wiz came in tonight, Isaac the last couple games. We just feel like we have really good depth there, and we're fortunate in that regard. So those guys played great tonight.
Aside from the catch that Aguilar had, it looked like he had an arm tipped, and then
that was a blessing from above, that's for sure. I thought that was going right to Landon Collins, and Nelly just snuck right in and took it from him.
From what Alshon gives you on the field, just from kind of a confidence, personality standpoint, what does he mean for the offense?
I mean, he's a leader. He's very soft-spoken, as you guys probably know, but he works his tail off. And you know what you're going to get with him week in and week out, and just an awesome guy to have in the locker room, awesome guy to have on the field, and he makes plays all the time.
It seemed like he used kind of everybody today. Corey caught passes. Jordan had those 2 first downs in a row there. Alshon's getting involved. How big is it to kind of that you're not just Nelson and Zach, you're kind of involving everybody?
Yeah, I mean that's huge. I think really that's kind of what we did a lot last year. We just really you could look in the stat sheet every week and there'd be 7, 8, 9 guys here and there, and that's just something that coach does a great job of, just spreading the ball out, getting those guys in space to make plays, and guys are making plays tonight.
What were some of the differences as the game went along in terms of protection on the offensive line? Some hits early on. What changed?
I don't know if much changed. I think just those guys settled in, and some of them early, I could have probably helped out as well, but I'll have to go back and watch the film. But I think more than anything, those guys just settled in and were playing fast and confidently.
Alshon said on the screen you guys borrowed that one from the Patriots, I think ran it last week. What coach kind of gets credit for that? When does that come to you guys during the week, and then you implement it here and score?
I mean, we're always watching, plays across the league. Coaches do a great job of that, of implementing things, seeing what's working around the league and bringing those up. And so, they schemed that one up, and it was definitely an easy passing touchdown for me. I'll take it.
And so from your perspective, what was different tonight that wasn't there in the past 5 games?
That's a good question. I think more than anything, we just think we stayed ahead of the chains. I think we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot much better. And then really offensively and defensively, we just fed off each other. I think that's something we do so well when we get that rolling. And so tonight it was good to get it going.
How impressive was it that Lane played on that ankle injury as bad as it was?
Yeah, I don't really know the extent of it. I know Lane's a warrior, though. I know he's going to give it everything he's got, and it was great to have him out there, that's for sure.
How important was it to get Corey back in the offense, especially losing Jay? It was so disappointing to have him back in the mix.
Yeah, Corey's a huge part of this offense. You saw it especially later last year of what he kind of brings both in the passing game and in the running game, screens and everything else that he does. So getting him involved was huge, and really just keep kind of mixing up those running backs and getting them touches in different ways is something Coach does a great job of, and those guys are huge for us.
Corey seems to really have a nose for the end zone. What do you see about him that kind of, he scores a lot of touchdowns for a guy that doesn't touch the ball that much?
Yeah, he hits the hole. I think more than anything, you see when he's in there, when he's running, he attacks that hole and he hits it hard, and I think that brings up a lot of touchdowns because of it.
It looked like the best game you've played this season. In terms of the way you guys were going into this game, did you feel like you had to put the team on your back or do anything of that nature?
No, not at all. I feel like we're such a balanced offense. We got great guys up front, both run blocking and that can open some lanes, and the right backs to do their job. So I never feel like I got to take it on my back, so to speak. And I just spread the ball out and get these guys touches however we can. And Coach does a great job of designing the game plan each week. So again, it was a really good team win tonight.
You guys were able to sprinkle in some RPOs. Were they defending them differently than they had other teams have been doing? And why did they work?
Everyone defends them a little differently. I think everyone just plays their normal defense to it. So tonight they were a little different, and they were working tonight. So like I think I said last week, we really have them in every week, and if they're working, we'll kind of come back to them here and there, and if they're not, we kind of get away from it. And that's just kind of the way it goes.
When you make a play throwing across your body and it results in a touchdown, when you go back to the sideline, what do the coaches say?
Nothing. Good play.
Do you take pride in the fact that you now not only went to 3-3, but you also knocked the other team that you beat tonight to 1-5? And is it almost like you put your foot on their neck a little bit and knock them out of contention? And
yeah, we just look at it as 1-0 in the conference. I think that's huge for us to just get the conference started out the right way, get the division going, be 1-0 and really tied at the top, so to speak. So that's definitely good for us.
Thanks, Carson.
Thanks, guys.